My name is Nguyễn Duc Anh. So I and my group we will present about the external environment analysis for the corporate virtualing. So we choose the AGL for the company for the analysis. So for my part, I will present about the economic environment. So for the economic situation of the AGL, the financial situation of AGL is deteriorating as a result of the increasing cost of the finance and the adoration. In the 2026 financial year, the comparison that underwrite profit will be the 500 million to the 700 million Australian dollar, which is significant lower than the therapy rather. For the investment situation, AGL has almost quadrupled the capital introduction to the 667 million Australian dollar in the response to the declining profits, which were the 21% lower in the FY 2025. For the financial challenge, the economic factor notoriously not only to make the access to the finance more difficult, but also make the investing in the renewable assets. From the next part, we talk about the competitive environment for the activity of AGL is one of the big three in energy corporation in the Australia. For the renewable objective, AGL made the consistent decision in the August 2025 to the entry in the arm for the renewable energy in the 2030 from the 5GW to the 6GW, with the include 3GW of the battery storage. For the objective of the AGL for the competitive environment, this objective is supported by the stakeholder and the market analyst, and it's either a component of the AGL larger ambition to increase its competition. For the labor environment, for the labor modification, there is a rising demand for the employees who are able to the storage energy and with the digital system. For AGL study for the labor environment, the community studies focus the future fit people and the culture imply that cultivating the flexible for theoretical. I take from the frontier business framework from the week 3 and week 5, make the agreement for the next part, resources, the environment for the activity of AGL acquisition up to pump hydro project in the New South Wales, Greenville, and the Greenway will add the 13.9 GWh of the long duration storage. For investment contribution, the Muscle Brook Pump Hydro project will offer extra wheel support while also creating employment in the regional New South Wales. So for my comment in the accordance with the corporate virtualing and fried on making use of the existing resources to provide innovation while the significantly at the energy transition. For the customer environment of the AGL customer are seeking more the digital and the environmentally friendly energy solution. For the customer connection, the objective of the connecting every customer to the sustainable future. For the personal code, I will talk about the empathy driven design thinking in the week 5 is able to the following in this setting. For the legal and the regulatory environment, AGL energy transition is being do everything by the mandatory regulation. The that take the 60% reduction in the scope 3. So for the capacity machinery investment in the flexible dispatching assets such as the gas fire generator and the battery. For the terror application, the policy framework highlight how important it is for the regulatory signal and the virtual capital activity in the week 6 and the week 6 and week 4. For the last one, I will talk about the global environment. I mentioned about to the project the Power AER and the global ESC of the AGL. For the technological environment of the AGL during the course of the next year, AGL the ability developing 1.8 gigawatt of the grid scale battery storage. So for the long duration pumped hydro battery storage is completed by the using long duration pumped hydro, which provide capability for energy for the common AGL battery device. Adaptability to evolve technological landscape is achieved by the using ability more on the left part of the map.
Hi, so my name is Nam. So for my part, I'm going to talk about the opportunities and threats of AGLs. So the first opportunities is Australian government's $1 billion solar manufacturing program. From a corporate venturing perspective, this represents strategic fit with AGL's transition plans away from coal, particularly after the closure of Little Power Station. The problem to opportunities theory here is quite inspiring. Stranded coal assets are seen as challenges, but they also present exciting chances to transform these sites into solar panel hubs. By working together with the government and flagship partners, AGL can turn its sustainability goals into realities with the help of supportive policies. And the second one is investing in large-scale battery and pumped hydro projects. As our lecture explained, corporates often develop opportunities through resource allocations and project management. The market challenge is intermittencies, and as solar and wind energy are not as always available. But there's a bright opportunity to offer dependable on-demand power to 1.4 gigawatts of planned storage projects. Our framework shows that the market's potential is enormous, especially as the need for wide sustainability continues to grow. By starting with pilot battery projects, AGL can learn, adapt, and gradually expand, reducing risks while unlocking long-term value. And the last one, the third opportunities is digitalizations through smart platforms like Kazula. In theory, this falls under opportunities identifications from external partnerships, one of the corporate venturing tools we discussed. The challenge lies in managing high operation costs and handling complex customer interactions. However, there's a great opportunities to make things easier by automating energy management, billing, and demand response. This approach taps into AGL's strengths, such as its entrepreneurial spirit, to try out exciting new business models with a solid customer base and the right infrastructures in place. AGL is well positioned to roll out these digital solutions on a large scale, making the process smoother and more efficient. Next slide, please. And yes, and one major threat is the financial pressure of going green. So, according to Reuters 2025, AGL has launched after weakened the expected results, largely due to the high cost of transitioning to renewable energy. This shows how market volatilities and margin pressure strengthens the company's ability to fund and scale innovations projects. Another major challenge we face is regulatory uncertainties. The Guardian's Hoai Nam 2024 points out that how the coalition's nuclear power plants has raised trouble among business and energy communities. This kind of uncertainty in energy policy can lead to instability for companies like AGLs, who need to carefully plan their big infrastructure projects many years in advance. And corporate veteran theory shows us that problems can serve as both opportunities and threats. Policy changes might create exciting new possibilities, and they can also set up current strategies. And for AGLs, unpredictable regulations adds a bit of uncertainty to assessing opportunities, making it more challenging to commit long-term projects. And finally, technological and operational risks, like potential wide instability for cybersecurity vulnerabilities, can also be concerns. While these challenges are tougher to predict, they have the potential to impact customer trust and how smoothly operation runs. So in corporate venturing, this is connected to risk management approaches such as real option reasoning, where making smaller paced investment allows for learning and growth while helping to manage risk. And for the next part, I handle for my partner, Pabitra.
Thank you, Nam. Hello, everyone. Continuing with my part of the presentation, it focuses on how AGL's external environment drives entrepreneurship lead transformation and how this connects to venturing typologies, strategic intent, and the organizational context. Economic environments, economically, AGL faces rising operational costs and declining profits from coal. In response, it is investing heavily, such as $1 million in large-scale battery projects. Comparatively, for the competitive environment, AGL has increased its 2030 renewable target to 6 gigawatts, including 3 gigawatts of battery storage. This shows how the corporate venturing and internal innovation strengthen the market position in the growing renewable sector. Next slide, please. For the labor environment, transformation also comes from people and technology. AGL focus on future fit people and culture initiative encourages the entrepreneurship, embedding innovation into its workforce. In the same time, for the technological environment, it's repurposing assets such as Musselburgh Hydro and investing in 1.4 gigawatts of battery storage is an example of ambidexterity, which balance new ventures with the existing operations. Next slide, please, for the regulatory environment. Externally, decarbonization policies and ESG regulations push AGL to form alliances with such as Power Fund to accelerate its transition. Meanwhile, the customer demand for clean digital and energy services, which drives the venture in smart energy and renewables, aligning innovation with the customer-focused strategic intent. So therefore, in conclusion, next slide, please. Another one. Next slide. So in summary, AGL uses multiple venturing approaches, corporate venturing, strategic alliances, entrepreneurship. All of these align with its strategy intent so as to decarbonize, embrace the energy transition, and lead in sustainability while integrating ventures into organizational context of people, culture, and infrastructure. So the external environment doesn't just challenge AGL, but it directly shapes how the company transforms through entrepreneurship. So moving further, Isha will be handing over.
Thank you so much. So I'll be discussing the future challenges facing AGL Energy and exploring how innovation can help the company turn these challenges into opportunities. So let's go into the slides directly. AGL Energy faces a range of economic and competitive pressures. In economic pressures, carbon pricing and rising inflations are putting added strain on operation, making AGL's 2 gigawatt renewable plan not just a choice but a necessity. Fluctuating interest rates are also pushing operational costs higher. Secondly, we have competitive evolutions. New disruptors like Tesla Energy, Neons, and even the community-owned cooperatives are reshaping supply models directly threatening AGL's customer base. Lastly, we have regulatory shifts. Policies such as the Capacity Investment Scheme, Renewable Energy Zones, and reframing compliance requirements. Now, let's look at the workforce and technology related challenges. So let's go into the next slide, which focuses on the future facing challenges of AGL Energy. So AGL's challenges also extend to workforce skills, resources, and technology. There is critical skill shortage in renewable technologies, data analytics, and energy storage systems. Secondly, high train and reskilling costs are required to bridge this gap. The company has heavy dependence on scarce raw materials like lithium and rare earths for renewable infrastructure. Supply chain disruptions in sourcing solar panels with wind turbines and battery components can create additional hurdles. On the technological environment acceleration, we have rapid advancement in battery storage, AI and ML capabilities, and renewable technologies are intensifying competitions, and customer expectations are also rising. They want solar solutions, smart energy management, and digital platform for real-time monitoring. So moving on to the next slides, which focus on the potential innovation for AGL Energy. AGL can respond by focusing on several innovation pathways. First, AGL could focus on expanding renewable energy by investing in large-scale solar, wind, and offshore projects. Collaborating and partnering with global leaders like Rochers or Betas could also bring in technological expertise on building AI and digital transformation solutions. AGL could develop customer-facing mobile apps that provide real-time energy data and personalized recommendations. They could also leverage AWS cloud infrastructure for real-time analysis for distributed energy data while using machine learning to predict maintenance needs and automate optimization, minimization, outage, and improving reliability. Moving on with the next slide, we have potential innovation for AGL Energy. AGL should also emphasize customer-centric solutions like offering packages that combine rooftop solar, home batteries, and EV charging. Subscription models for renewable energy could also attract new customer segments who can't afford upfront cost. Another opportunity is sustainability through recycling by investing in recycling supply chains for solar panels, batteries, and wind turbines. They can also partner with Waste2E energy startups for circular economy solutions. And finally, being an early mover in Australia's green hydrogen economy would position AGL as a long-term leader in the clean energy transition. So next part is the conclusion part. To conclude the overall presentation, AGL presents compelling opportunities for entrepreneurship-led transformation. The company shows how traditional industries can turn challenges into competitive advantages. Their success comes from smart corporate venturing that uses new technology, supportive policies, and changing customer needs to create future energy solutions. AGL isn't just adapting to the energy transitions, they are actively shaping Australia's sustainable energy futures. Thank you.
Yeah, so that's all my referring. We will see that. So that's all my the presentation of my roof. So thank you for listening.